Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. And I am so pleased to tell you we've hit that 250 subscriber mark, and I want to thank James Naylor for being number 250. I said I would mention the name, whoever it was. It was about 12 or 13 days ago. I can't believe I sort of like missed it. I just seen the notifications. I've been looking. I normally get emails, but it didn't tell me that anybody else has subscribed. And I just looked and thought, yes, we're actually now currently at 251. So it's building. Now I've got myself a makeup light. It's there. It's like this ring light. It's really great. You'll have to tell me what you think. That I'm going to try it in different types of ways and whatever. But I've been having real trouble with the lighting in here. And the videos, I've been watching them back thinking, my goodness me, the lighting's terrible. But anyway, so great. Thank you so much to every single one of you who have subscribed. It means so much to me. Even if you know, there's just a core amount of people just watching, it really like warms my heart. So thank you so much for that. Anyway, one of the subscribers says to me, have you reviewed, or I'd like to see you review the Guinness Original. And I suddenly thought, Speno, you're having a laugh, sunshine. You're all about the Guinness and you do all this Guinness stuff, and you've not reviewed this. You've not talked about this. And I kid you not, and I do seek forgiveness from Guinness themselves. I've never had one. I've never had one. It's always been about the Nitrosurge. It's always been about the draft can. It's crazy. It's always been about the draft serve. So anyway, Steve Gilsonen, he is the global head of quality at Guinness, and he is the inventor of the Nitrosurge cap. Go and check him out. Check out the YouTube channel. Check out the Guinness Sirs. He's on there introducing the cap. So he is a master brewer as well. So yeah, so he's there over there at Guinness, and he is the global head of quality. And I have been having a little back and forth chat about him, and I asked him about the Guinness Original. Is it brewed in the same way? And he told me it is brewed using the exact same ingredients, but it's not got the nitrogen, obviously being in the bottle, but it's got more CO2. So no nitrogen and more CO2. So yeah, so here we have the Guinness Original brewed the same way as the one we have in the can. So I'm going to crack this open for the first time with my new Everard's of Leicester bottle opener, because I've been cracking them open under the counter. So I wanted to do them here. I want to look a little bit more professional. I'm using it the wrong way. Anyway, here we go. Yes. Oh, look. Now, I'm looking like a proper beer reviewer now, and I talking about the smokiness that comes off the glass. Crikey. We watch different beer reviewers, we all do, don't we? And you pick up tips along the way, and that's what the beer reviewing and the beer chat community and the pub share community, everything is all about. I don't know how this is going to pour. I've got it in this lovely Guinness glass. Let's pour it out and let's see what we get. I'm really, ooh, now, when it says more CO2, I thought I was going to have to pour this quite hard to get this to liven up, but not at all. My goodness me, that is extremely lively. Now, I will say that the temperature of this, now the cabin, I have got the heating on in here now. So we're up to 17 degrees. It's lovely in here. It's freezing cold outside. It's lovely. I have a heater that just trickles along and just keeps the cabin at a moderate temperature. It's lovely. But the beer has been in the fridge that runs at about 11 degrees. So, and funnily enough, the battery has gone in the thermometer, but I know with the fridge being at the certain setting it is, it should be 11 degrees. I've took it out the fridge and it's been sat here for about 10 minutes. So it's probably warmed up just very slightly. So that will help give it this sort of like high level of carbonation ball. But look at that. So seriously, I did not have to give that any kind of pour at all. Now I'm loving the fact that I've got some proper light now. We can see a little bit better. This ring light can sit behind, but it really reflects in my glasses. Look, you see it, look, I end up looking like some sort of spaceman. Woo! Like I'm going to put some lasers into you there. So, well, look at that. So that's settling around. Look at that. That's really great how that's settling around that little middle cone of Guinness there. You know, who needs the look at that. It's look almost artistic, that is, isn't it? That's lovely, that is. Well, anyway, so let's see what she's smelling like. I can't see this being too much of a problem of a review. Well, it smells like Guinness. It smells just like Guinness. I don't really need to review this as such because everybody knows I love Guinness. So I am just going to get myself into that and launch it and see what we've got. Yeah. Now that actually does warm my heart slightly because the CO2 fizz on that is quite nice, actually. It is quite nice on the tongue. I'm a bit disappointed that there's no lacing on that glass. You're definitely not going to get as much lacing with this as you do the Nitrosurge creamy Guinness. But that is 4.2 now. I think the cans are 4.1. Although I have seen some cans at 4.2. I have. Correct me if I'm wrong, but there is. I've seen some cans at 4.2 and 4.1. So 4.2, and I'm just going to do this again and hopefully balance this on top here so we can keep it in the shot here while I talk about it. So yeah, that is Guinness all over. It is doing what Guinness does, but with a very, very different mouthfeel. It's not creamy. It's more, like I say, carbonated. It's a little bit more fizzy on the tongue, but the flavours are still there. And it is a little bit thinner in its mouthfeel, I must admit, which you've got to expect because you're not going to get that same sort of mouthfeel from a bottled non-nitro gassed beer. You know, you're always going to get. Now, this would be interesting. I've been, I think is it the physics machine? People have been talking to me about that. And I reckon that would be great, pop through this physics machine, because apparently that gives it like a drafty, nitro-y surge type of pour. Don't quote me on that. People who are watching who know about these machines, you can pop in the comments what you think. But I tell you what, it's very good. It is Guinness. It's pure Guinness. But it's really quite strange to have a sort of a gassy Guinness. It's not overly gassy. It's not overly carbonated. It's just right. But it's so strange to be drinking a Guinness that's not silky, creamy, smooth, and is a little bit fizzy on the tongue, a little bit, burpy, if you know what I mean. However, I would say this wouldn't be as sessionable, although it's going down very quick. Holding it on the tongue is quite nice. With a lot of beers, it's nice to feel that carbonation going around, pushing the sort of beer around and fizzing up in your mouth. But it's not overcarbonated, because if there's something that's overcarbonated, it literally will explode in your mouth. You won't be able to hold it. It'll just blow you up. So that is perfect. It's perfectly carbonated, if you ask me. Do I prefer it to a draft Guinness? No. I think this, if I was to drink this all the way down, I think I would be quite fizzy and gassy. So I actually do prefer the Nitrosurge Guinness with the Nitrosurge cap that Mr. Steve Gilsonan invented. What an invention as well. From the design all the way through to what it actually does. And I'm very, very, very pleased that he's watched my video, and he told me I'd done a good job of it. But then obviously he advised me about beer glass cleaning, and he's given me another fan. If you watch his look at his Instagram page, he talks about how to clean glasses as well. He uses the salt method, but he told me a great idea for the regeneration powder and using a dishwasher. So yeah, I'm going to give that a try and see what that does. But yeah, what a pleasure to actually be complimented by the man himself, the top man himself. So this is to you. Cheers, Steve, over there at Guinness HQ. Thank you for the brew. Yeah, you've got all them roasty notes. The bitterness that's on this is a little bit more bitter than the Nitrosurge, and I like that. I like that. So actually, I'm not going to say that I'm not going to have this again. I think I will, because it makes a nice change to have them same flavours with a different mouthfeel and a different experience. Because let's face it, Guinness has always been an experience for me, and I think for thousands of other people. If it wasn't, it wouldn't be sold globally all over the world. You know, globally all over the world. It's a bit of a double statement there, isn't it? But it wouldn't be enjoyed by just about every single country, everywhere, globally. You know, I think you could just about go anywhere in the world and mention the name Guinness, and somebody would know. So yeah, so I'm always going to be very light. My love of Guinness is going to be there all the time. I'm sorry that the glass isn't doing much lacing to this beer. I'm a little bit disappointed with that. This should be a beer clean glass, unless it's escaped and got down here without me knowing. But yeah, Nitrosurge Guinness, smooth, creamy, less bitter, because of, I think, the actual carbonation is helping with the bitterness, because it helps it sort of like tickle around your tongue a little bit more. Nice dryness, very nice. Very little, a very tiny little bit of sweetness as well that I'm getting from that. That's starting to come through. Nice sticky lips. Guinness is class. It's class. You know, there's no need for me to jump up and down about this. It's a Speno 10 out of 10, because Guinness is Guinness, isn't it? It's just fantastic. So yes. So thank you to James Naylor for being number 250 subscriber. Thank you to Steve Gilsonan for watching and for complimenting me. I really appreciate that. Thanks Guinness and all the people and all the guys and girls over there that put this beer out there. Fantastic. I will always love it. Yeah. Cheers, everybody. I can't even remember what cheers is in Irish. So forgive me if I say this wrong, but sláinte. Cheers, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, I'm going up the house now to do another review, a little bit different. But thank you very much. That's the Guinness. I was asked as well to put this against the Porterhouse Irish Stout. But I'm not sure whether I'm going to do that, because I think they're slightly different. You know, that is a great stout, and I gave that a 10 out of 10. I loved it, but I know just from memory it is different. That's a bit more sweeter, and really I prefer the more dryness. I'm not a big sweet fan, but I did love that stout. There is another review on my channel of that. But I'm not really going to do that video, because I wouldn't want to say one of them are better than the other. I would just say they're equally as good in different ways. But Guinness is Guinness. It's the number one. Give me all them type of stouts and ask me to pick the one I want to drink all night, and it's always going to be Guinness. Always. So yeah, cheers. But that's it's subjective, isn't it? That's my personal preference. But yeah, absolutely. So sláinte, which also sounds like the launch it, sláinte. Cheers. Thank you, everybody. Take care. Live, love, laugh, and just enjoy. Thank you for watching. Speno.